So you have watched lots of videos on how to get better at Clash Royale, but you're still stuck in the same rank. You can't reach the ultimate champion. You think evolutions are the problem, but what if I told you the real problem is you? Don't worry, in this video I'm going to teach you how to improve in Clash Royale. I can reach ultimate champion with very little effort, and I don't have any secret talent in Clash Royale. I just play it for fun. This tutorial won't turn you into Mohammed Light in one day, but it will help you understand the most important aspects of Clash Royale. You don't need an evil witch or a credit card, you just need practice. The most important thing is that you make a choice. Choose the right deck and most of all, stick with it. You have probably heard this many times. Play the popular decks, use the new evil card, and take advantage of Prince. But if you're watching this, you probably don't buy the pass real every month, and your cards are not at max level yet. This is actually an advantage. You're forced to think strategically instead of relying on over-leveled cards. So what really works? Go to Royale API, look for decks that are doing well on the top ladder. Filter decks by win rate and card levels. Focus on ones with cards you already have a tournament standard. Before you start using one, try it out fully in classic challenges first. This will help you see how it plays without risking losses. And also treat classic challenges like a lab. Test your deck's limits, like how far you can overcommit Elixir or how it handles unexpected combos. Also, pick a playstyle that you really enjoy. If you hate the slow, defensive style of 2.6 Hog Cycle, don't force yourself to play it. You will play worse if you are not comfortable with the deck's main moves. For instance, if you love aggressive plays, Real Giant decks will feel natural. If you prefer control, try Graveyard or Minor Poison. Please, stay away from those tricky rough decks you see mid-ladder. The idea I built a too strong deck rarely brings steady wins. It does not work against more experienced players. Mid-ladder decks often lack synergy. They are just a pile of cards that crumble against focused strategies. Instead, I strongly suggest focusing on stable archetypes, decks that have shown they work and survive meta changes. For example, Lava Hound, Royal Giant, Hog Rider Earthquake decks. These decks have clear strengths that help them fit different situations. Take Lava Hound. Even when Balloon or Miner is nerfed, the core strategy of building a massive air push remains viable. Once you pick an archetype, study its different versions from past months. The current meta version is often the best, but older one can still win and surprise your opponent. For example, old school Giant Double Prince might catch opponents off guard. Knowing how the deck has changed gives you useful ideas. As you have probably understood by now, playing the same deck over and over, even if it is not the best in the meta, will really make you better. Familiarity creates skill in Clash Royale. Think of it like learning a musical instrument. Mastery comes from repetition, not swapping instruments every week. It is also very important to fully understand every part of your deck. Clash Royale is a game of small details, and even a tiny misplacement can change the result of a match. A musketeer placed one tile too far can miss defending against a miner. A tornado a half second too late fails to activate your king tower. You should learn every single interaction of your cards and how they work against your opponent cards. For example, know when to use tornado to move troops, or how weak units like skeletons can fully counter an electro wizard when placed correctly. This level of understanding may seem hard at first, but with experience, you learn these key details naturally. Save replays of matches where interactions surprised you, then recreate them in friendly battles to practice. Learning the basic principle of Clash Royale is essential for long-term improvement. This topic could fill a whole video, so if you want a deep dive, let me know in the comments. But to sum up, fundamentals are core skill you need to apply to any deck, mood or matchup. For example, counting your opponent's elixir and watching their card cycle. By tracking elixir, you can guess their next moves and decide your plays. There is more to fundamentals: unit placement, smart spell use, managing tempo and pressure, and handling your own elixir well. Tempo means controlling the pace. For example, if your opponent wastes elixir defending your skeletons, immediately punish the other lane. You may not want to hear this, but managing your tilt is absolutely really needed. And is one of the hardest parts of competitive play. Tilt isn't just frustration, it's a loss of focus that leads to misplays, like misplacing buildings or mistiming spells. You must start each game with the right mindset, control your emotions, and stay focused from start to finish. If you begin to feel frustrated, angry, or tilted after a loss, take a break. After 2 losses in a row, step away for 15 minutes. Use that time to watch a pro replay or hydrate. Anything but queuing again angry. You have picked the right deck, you are learning its details, and you are working to stay focused and avoid the tilt. Now, as you know your cards better, the next step is to watch pro players who use your deck. Watch the recorded matches. It doesn't have to be a guide, just real games. The best way is to watch 1 or 2 matches and spot 3 positioning or interaction that you did not know or that you did wrong. As soon as you find them, try them in your own matches. If you wait too long, practice these moves over the next days until they become automatic. Another useful trick: pause the pros game and ask yourself, what would I do here? Whether it is defense, offense, or elixir use. It also depends on whether your deck is more defensive or offensive. For example, with Logbait, watch a player like Riley. Notice his defense. Defense is the heart of that deck. When you pause, ask yourself, how would I stop this push? Then watch the pros play and compare with your idea. Actively studying pro replays helps you understand interactions better, build the right mindset, and learn to ask the right question while you play. And perhaps the best advice I can give is, always learn from every mistake. Your goal should be that each match is a bit better than the last. After a loss, pause and ask yourself, what could I have done better? What was my biggest mistake? By adopting this habit of constant learning, you will climb the ranks and become a much stronger Clash Royale player every time. Remember to track your progress. And no, I'm not talking about trophy road. No one really cares if you have 9000 trophies. That mode doesn't reset anymore, so it's very easy to climb, and most players you face are not that strong. If you want a real improvement, play Path of Legends. If your cards are not max yet, start with classic and grand challenges. Grand challenges are tough. They are full of top tier players trying to compete seriously, so I recommend starting with classic challenges first. If you can reach 12 wins, great job. That's not easy. If not, just track how many wins you're getting. Over time you will see real improvement, and eventually you will get that 12 win run. As for Path of Legends, it's easier than many think. Trust me, it's not that hard to reach Ultimate Champion. Once you are the top and climbing for medals, that's when the real competitive scene begins. Set clear goals for yourself. Something like, this season I'll try to reach 1800 medals. Having a target keeps you motivated and makes your progress feel more rewarding. Remember, pick one deck, learn it inside out, and stick with it. Adjust as the meta shifts, but don't chase every new trend. If evolution dominate, maybe add a cheap spells like arrows to your deck, but don't abandon your core strategy. Master the fundamentals, manage your tilt, and learn from every match. Progress might feel slow, but in a month, you look back and see how far you've become. If you like this video, you might also check this one.